In the beginning was nothing, just a God who saw something, a God with a dream. And 3 words later, let there be caused all to be. We believe in creation. We believe in creation and a creator who's creating new things as we speak. And in his image created he we. So recreating is just part of our creed. But our ability to recreate begins with our ability to dream. And see, it's not just his story, it's been this way through his story, for better or worse. Those who left their mark didn't necessarily have the means, but they had the audacity to dream irrationally, think passionately and emphatically, like downright borderline erratically, as if it could actually be. They knew factual things are the seed of radical dreams. And if you don't believe me, I'm about to take you on a walk through history. See, this is not what it seems. Eyes open, he dreams. No limits, no box. He sees what we cannot, or better said, he saw. Invisible hands, feet, arms linked tight, heads held as high as the price of seeing his people as equal, and the cost of his cause was his life. But in his eyes, to die for the sake of justice was just as honorable as living for it. See, he sincerely felt that the way a man fought was not at all what made him fit to live. Point taken, point valid. And if life is a song, his was a ballad, beautifully scored, performed with passion. He perfectly patterned his breath, so even in his death, as he exhaled ever so deep, he last breathed, and he simultaneously infused his dream into the fiber of entire nations' being. And we sing the notes of his song, because he saw what we could not. Eyes open, he dreamed and recreated reality. Reality. Reality check, let's flip the scene. This is not what it seems. Eyes open, he dreams. No limits, no box. He saw what he should not. And what he saw, he caused to be. Imparting a murderous message, he let his voice be heard till it hurt to death. Arousing passion by speaking passionately, asking man to pass on such things as humanity and surpassing insanity. Masses followed his lead. Their cause was calamity, a timeless tragedy. Cries heard through the halls of eternity as unmeasured blood flowed from the veins of those God himself had called his chosen. Yet this man claimed this was God's work, and none should oppose him. His words frozen in my mind, he said, and I quote, "He alone who owns the youth gains the future." He alone who owns the youth. By the way, that's you. And with the assurance of a sleepwalker, he lived and died, manipulating minds he saw as weak, lulling them to sleep. He reeked with the odor of a deadly dream that man should be cruel as nature, and the hatred leaked from his pores, while scores of innocent fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers were subject to his scheme. And it was even worse than it could seem. Eyes open, he dreamed and recreated a tragic reality. Reality lies in the slums of Calcutta, from the ghetto to the gutter, with this one they call mother put a face to the uttermost. While others chose luxury, she preferred poverty, and to grind with humanity she defined humility. Could have laid her head anywhere, been hailed a celebrity, but she'd rather be honored in eternity by the one she'd loved eternally. In this world he'd be all she'd need. He'd made her rich from the inside out with the wealth she'd never run out of. And so the more he gave, the more she spent her life living, loving, teaching, touching the broken and untouchable, unlovable. This nun took the uns off of adjectives naturally by adding a supernatural element called love. And while she was writing history, all she ever claimed to be was the pencil in the hand of a God we can't see. Eyes open, she dreamed and recreated a beautiful reality. Reality too hot for TV. He hailed from the dark streets of Marcy, where PJs were more than what you wore to bed. They were where you laid your head. And slept light, cause any given night could be your last. So every blast from a 9-shot chills up your spine, and you still hadn't cleaned your black suit from the last time. And there's